gardener, and you've just caught me harvesting my strawberries, and they are bountiful and beautiful. There's some pretty yummy ones here. Now we've been just eating them, and we have had our fill, and it's just a real pleasure to be able to just gorge on them completely. But this lot here I have special plans for. I'm going to make strawberry vodka. I'll show you how in a minute. But first, let me finish picking these, and then I'll give you a quick tour of some of the things that have happened in the garden, and then I'll meet you in the kitchen. Oh, wow. It's pretty impressive. Look at him. Gorgeous. No, vodka. Alright. I have to show you this. My onions. I had to pull them out. They were in such a sorry state. But what I didn't realise is they weren't sick. They were ready for harvest. And that's why the flowers were starting to come. So I have pulled them up and I've got them drying here. This is so cool. My greenhouse. Not intentional, but pretty cool anyway. The slats aren't nailed down. Now I left them unnailed so that if I wanted to grow something up through it from the floor upwards in a pot, then I could. So what I've done is I've wedged the onions between the slats. And they're just hanging there drying. It's good airflow. They're crisping up nicely. So that's my onions. We have baby gherkins, which is nice. Okay, so this thing won't stop growing either. It's huge. Look at the size of it. It's just massive. The corn's coming along. I gave the herb garden a bit of a haircut, and so now there's space to put more plants in there if I need to, so it's not as dramatic and drastic as it was yesterday. Last week. I've started tying my zucchini to the stake, but now I'm going to have to start harvesting them. It seems to be coming along alright. So, but yeah, we're getting a few now. Guess what we're having for tea? We have to have snow peas for tea as well. There's just hundreds of them. Snow peas it is. The tomatoes are starting to come in, but it's been a bit of a job wrestling the tomato plants to the vine because they're just all twisted and contorted from the wind. So, and the cold weather, but they should settle down once it warms up. The raspberries are still very, very good. Yummo. I trimmed the artichokes back, but they just don't seem to want to stop. I have to eat them. What a terrible problem to have. My shed's all decorated for Christmas, which is pretty cool. I planted my sweet potato this week. They're just having a little bit of transplant shock, but they'll be fine. And I've put them up a trellis, which I've turned into a Christmas tree, because it's important to keep the vines off the ground, because wherever they put down roots, they will make new tubers, and you'll get a whole lot of little ones instead of one big fat one. And I'd much rather have one big fat one than a whole lot of skinny ones. And the reason I put them in a container is because our soil is so wet and so damp in the winter, well, not so much in the winter, but when it's time to harvest these guys, that they just rot overnight. So I put them in a container. It works really well. So they'll bounce back. They're fine. So now it's time to take these strawberries back to the kitchen for vodka. Okay, time to make vodka. Right. First I'm going to just wash these strawberries because some of them have been sitting in the dirt. Right. Now, before I start chopping them up for the vodka, one of the cool things that I found to slice strawberries in no time is an egg slicer. I never use it for eggs. I use it for strawberries. So you take your favourite strawberry, just pull the top off or cut it, and then place it in the egg slicer, and you have that simply sliced strawberries. Nice and easy. And they taste good. Right. Excuse me, vodka. This clean jar, I've sterilised it. Sterilise that as however you like. Water in it. Here we go. So, sterile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack this out with the strawberries. So I'm just going to cut them in half, pop them in the jar. So now we need to add the sugar. So I've got my jam funnel here, but it's a little bit too big, so we're just going to be very careful. And the sugar. It's not an exact science. What I'm roughly going to do is fill it to maybe about here. So as the sugar falls between the cracks, it's just normal sugar. So, oh.
So you can use any kind of sugar?
Going everywhere. Oh no, oh no. Okay. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Maybe I need a smaller funnel.
You think?
I'll see if I can find a smaller funnel. Are you being cheeky?
Yep.
That's roughly a third at the top. We can adjust it once we've added the vodka. Now this is just
It looks like water.
standard Russian vodka. Ooh. Okay, so I'll use the, I don't need one of that. So I'm going to add the vodka. Now it's not going to dissolve straight away like water. It's going to take a wee while.
You can just see how it's going with the sugar.
Yeah. It'll pull the sugar down actually, it'll be easier to see how much we have. Oh, it's starting to smell good already. Look at the vodka. Right. That's roughly, well, it's not even a third of sugar, so I might just put some more sugar in snow. Right. The strawberries have their own sweetness as well, so it's not, you know, exact science. I mean, the stickier sweet it will be, the more sugar you add. And then I'll just top that up with vodka. And there you have it. Put the lid on. Actually, a bit more. Don't have too little vodka. Well, that's right at the top. Okay, so the lid's going on. Now, basically all I need to do now is every day for the next, well, until the sugar dissolves, is just give it a bit of a shake. And then once the sugar's dissolved in a few weeks, because it does take a wee while, then I can put it somewhere dark and leave it for 3 months, or maybe less. And then you strain it, and then you pour you can eat the strawberries with ice cream, don't give them to children. And then you can drink it. You can drink it neat as like a little syrup, liqueur kind of a thing, and it's so amazing. Or you can add it to like a little shot to bubbly. It makes a lovely summer fragrance. It's really amazing. But there you have it. That is my strawberry vodka. It's quite simple. Thanks for watching, and come again next week because my elderflowers are ready and I've got a hankering for elderflower champagne.